All right, folks, I got the flux capacitor warmed up. We are going back in time. Y'all hang on, this could get bumpy. Miss Hillbilly and I got married the end of 1984. When I left home, Dad gave me a few tools and said, go get it, young man, go get it. It didn't take me long to figure out that I needed more tools, because thankfully Dad taught me to repair everything. If it broke, we fixed it, you know? So let me show you what Dad sent me out into the world in. Let me show you what Dad sent me out into the world with. And this is a bit of an exaggeration. So let me show you. Well, her, yeah. Let me show you. And like I said, this is a bit of an exaggeration, but I'm sure he gave me a few wrenches, gave me a couple of screwdrivers, gave me an adjustable wrench, the most important tool, a hammer, and I took this. This I bought. That is a socket for the spindle nuts on the front of a 1970s Chevrolet 3/4 ton pickup. But basically just a few tools is what I got when I left home. Like I said, it didn't take me long to figure out I needed more tools. So y'all hang on, we'll get that set up. Since we went back in time, there's 1980s music videos playing on TV. Fitting, right? Like I said, we got married in 1984, and in probably early 1985, we didn't have a nickel to our name, but I had to work on probably one of our cars, and we went to Sears and Roebucks and got our first credit card. And the very first thing we bought, probably the same day, was a set of tools. I'm thinking it was a 200-piece set. I got them laid out here. I'm going to show you. And I am fairly certain that that set of tools was just under $1 a piece. Like I say, probably maxed that card out.
No.
Probably took us 2 years to pay it off. But we did. I still have the tools. I still have probably 99% of the tools that came in that set in 1985. So let's take a look. I got them laid out here on the table. We've counted about 150 pieces. I'm pretty sure the set was 200. So I'm sure there was more screwdrivers and stuff like that. Let's take a look real quick. I know it came with a full set of metric wrenches. Now there's some added in here, so there was not quite that many. And yet none of the holders, none of the tool holders, everything just came loose, not even in a blow molded case. I know it came with a full set of SAE wrenches. I know it come with a few pair of pliers. And these are, I know for a fact, the 1985 pliers. Still have them. I know it came with quite a few screwdrivers. I'm sure more than this, but just basically Phillips and straight screwdrivers. All right. I know it came with straight Allen wrenches, not the ball end wrenches that everybody's used to nowadays. And again, these were just loose, not in a holder or anything. So I know it came with a full set of those. That's probably not all of them. And it came with 2 packs of what they called distributor wrenches. These just small, thin wrenches. I think they're all SAE. And like I say, it come with 2 packs. That is more like a conventional combination wrench. And these, let me find one here. Oh, here we go. These were a little different. This set here had like almost a 90-degree opening wrench on one end and a conventional wrench on the other end. No boxing. Like I said, I'm not sure I've ever used these, to be honest with you, unless they're pretty thin. Unless I had a situation where I needed a thin wrench, and then I would have used those. Of course, we had a full set of 1/4 inch drive sockets, a ratchet, an extension or two, and I'm thinking the swivel joints were included, I think. It was a long time ago. I know it wasn't this ratchet. None of these ratchets are from 1985. I can guarantee you that. Because I don't care who built the ratchet. When you put a 3 or 4 foot piece of pipe on a ratchet, you're going to break that ratchet. And yeah, they shouldn't be guaranteed, but they do guarantee them. So I know every one of these ratchets have probably been replaced half a dozen times or more. Came with a full set of sockets, deep well and shallow, 1/4, 3/8, and 1/2 inch drive. All the 1/2 inch sockets are original. I know probably some of the 3/8 I may have broken and replaced. Actually, in about, well, no, it was in the 80s. I bought an engraver and I engraved all of my sockets, and I haven't kept up with that. So looks like this is all original except maybe one socket. But yeah, it did come with a hacksaw, and it did come with several blades. So the numbers were kind of inflated on this. They, like I said, I'm pretty sure it was a 200-piece set, and it come with a bunch of stuff, you know, that may have never been used or used very seldom. And that's how they did it. And they still do that today on those sets of tools. They inflate the numbers by putting a bunch of little knickknacks in there that chances are you're never going to use, but it looks good in the advertisement. X number of tools for X number of dollars. Because I know, I think this thing come with 5 or 6 or maybe more hacksaw blades. I know there was more Allen wrenches than that.
It did come with a little tiny toolbox that had the shelf that you could lift out. I remember that.
Yeah, I think she's wrong, but we're going to say she's right. Right? Because we want a happy home today. I want to eat dinner tonight. So she was right. It did come with a little toolbox. It didn't really. And yeah, so that's kind of basically it. Somebody in a video last week, or in the last couple weeks, commented on my Craftsman tools, said, "Hey, your Craftsman tools just look like the exact same ones I bought back in the 80s. Well, that's because these are from the 80s. And a lot of people are always wanting to know what's in my toolbox. So there you go. There's
150 pieces of what's in your toolbox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm fairly certain it was a 200-piece set. And it was probably $198.99. Does anybody remember?
We looked it up, and it said that a 200-piece set was $200. It was $1 a tool. That's what we figured out. You can edit it. I don't care.
So yeah, I guess that's it. I thought I could get more out of this video, but that's all I got. I'm gonna put all my tools back, and Miss Hillbilly's gonna help me, and we will go on about our day.
You're gonna go edit a video.
Yeah, I may edit a video after we get done watching 80s music videos. Those were good times. We've been sitting here watching these while we were waiting on the furnace to go off, just laughing. But yeah, y'all have a good day. If you want to know what goes on behind the scenes, go check out my other channel. There will be a link in the description below. Right now I'm working on an old truck, restoring that. If you want to see that stuff, Well, no, actually right now I'm working on a cat house. Yeah, I'm building a cat house. I know, they're illegal, but it'll be all right.
Our
Trust
kitty
me.
cat needs a house.
Y'all, it'll be all right. So, like, comment, subscribe. We will catch you next time. Miss Hillbilly's come to say something.
Bye, guys.
There you go. That spindle nut. That spindle nut wrench. That spindle nut socket that I was talking about that spindle nut wrench that I was talking about was for the truck that I owned when we got married. It was a 1975 Chevrolet 3/4 ton truck, long wheelbase with 8-foot bed. 1 year older than the truck that I'm restoring or working on the other channel. I bought that truck, like I said, it was 1975 model. I bought that truck in 1981, and the body was falling off of it. The cab was rotted out, the doors were rotted out, the bed was rotted out. You couldn't even put anything in the bed. It would just fall out on the road. It's terrible. So my mom and dad went down south and got at junkyards, got a new cab, or a different cab, a different bed, and they hauled those up there for me. I bought 2 new LKQ fenders and reused the hood. The hood didn't have a mark on it. So yeah, I just took and completely rebuilt the truck from the frame up. It was all new or different, and it was all in great shape. Like I say, the body parts that Mom and Dad bought for me down south were like brand new. Other than they had cosmetic damage, but no rust. And so actually I was working on that when me and Miss Hillbilly were dating, and it was white when I bought it, and it was blue when we got done with it. It was a midnight blue, very dark blue. We called it Big Blue, as that was sitting on 36-inch groundhog tires. And you know how we used to do it back then. I did not put a lift kit on that truck though. I put that thing on 35-inch groundhog tires with no lift. I like the looks. I don't really like a lift. Never really liked a lifted truck. They're good. They're nice to look at, but I wouldn't want to own one. How do you get in and out of it? Even when I was young, I couldn't have got in and out of it. So, see, that's just a little bit about why that socket was so important, and what we were driving when we got married. And of course, we didn't keep it long. I ended up selling it to my brother because, of course, we got pregnant not long after we got married. So before our first anniversary, we had our first child, and so we had to buy a station wagon. Bought I don't know what year it was. It was a Ford Escort station wagon, all white, and that thing was a beast. Drove that thing for years and years and years. I don't know how many miles was on it when I got rid of it, but it served us well and done us a good job, and I ended up selling it.